Hey everyone, Charting Man Dan from ChartGuys.com. You know, behind every single video that we put out every single day, there's a wonderful community of traders that we want to invite you to be a part of. Try the free 7-day trial and gain access to our live market broadcasts every morning and afternoon, interact with hundreds of like-minded traders, or take part in one of our dedicated chat rooms, each led by an analyst that's there to answer your questions in real time. Our trial is risk-free with absolutely no commitment or credit card required to experience the TCG community. For those looking for a head start in technical analysis, check out our entries and exits course in the link below in the description. Get up to speed with the fundamentals of TCG technical analysis and experience over 5 hours of great community-driven trading education. Hey everybody, looking at PCLN, Tesla, NVDA, CMG, and Netflix on the daily weekly time frame. So PCLN bulls broke short-term resistance of 1828. That's a good sign, but they're not done yet. 1836 is resistance the bulls have to break, and that was a top of the bounce where we saw the recovery. And it's actually 1838 that's at the resistance. The bounce on the gap down day, we topped out at 1838 and then formed a tightening range. Saw a bull break today, but we need volume. You see the volume is still dropping off. It's still a downtrend on that volume, and we have to see the bulls show up in a significant way and see a bull break over the daily exponential resistances, over the middle Bollinger Band resistance, and see some follow through to the upside. At this point, it is still potentially possible that this is a bear flag on the daily time frame, so we still need further upside to have some relief for the bulls. Otherwise, we're looking down at 1811 and 1800 support. Weekly time frame for PCLN still holding exponential supports, still in full control, and negating the bearish reversal candlestick. We're not even confirming that reversal candlestick from last week, so that shows you the strength that PCLN bulls still have at this point. Tesla on the daily time frame inside bar with a tightening range and volume dropping off significantly. We have a double top at 320.20 and 320.06. And the middle Bollinger Band support is still key. So tomorrow, if we get a break of 320.06, we look to the upside and towards the all-time high. And if we get a bear break of 315.14, we look for a pullback and a test of this middle Bollinger Band support again. So the weekly time frame, inside bars, multiple weeks in a row. Last week, the range fitting within the week before. This week, fitting within last week. And watching this range tighten up and knowing that a clear break is coming in the near term. NVDA on the daily. Beautiful continuation for the bulls on the gap up. We had a quick pullback first thing from the high. There were some downside gains to be had there, but the bulls bounced right off the upper Bollinger Band, and we closed strong. This is a bearish reversal candlestick. We need to be cautious. It's very easy for the bulls to negate this bearish reversal candlestick and see continuation if the market bulls are overall cooperating and because we're in blue sky breakout. But we do need to be cautious. The psychology behind this candlestick is it's a last push by the bulls, recovering the bears, which took over in the morning. The bulls pushed it back up, and that's essentially their last effort, is the psychology behind the candlestick before we consolidate. Not saying that's what's going to happen, but that is a potential. So we need to watch the upper Bollinger Band resistance or support, and if we close below the upper Bollinger Band tomorrow and lose that level, then we can look for some of that consolidation. So as of right now, the bulls are still in control, potential for a bearish reversal confirmation tomorrow, and we had a really nice trade. One of our members, we're going to have to nickname him Spoon Feed Rob, because he was dictating the break in the afternoon. It was a very clear setup, very clear inside bar pattern, and there must have been over 10 traders following him on that trade. Really nice gains to the upside, over $1.50 in about an hour and 15 minutes. So really nice gains to be had there. A nice example of community teamwork for profit, and that's what I love about stocks. We're all on the same team. We all can be, and all profit together. So NVDA is still strong on the weekly, and nothing bearish to see here. It's just all about that daily upper Bollinger Band and potential bearish reversal candlestick. CMG slow and steady to the upside. Still above the upper Bollinger Band in breakout mode and higher lows and higher highs. $500 still psychological resistance. And the weekly time frame upper Bollinger Band for the third week in a row is giving the bulls a little bit of trouble. That's in the low 499s. So we are trying to close above this 100-week moving average. The bulls are certainly in control. We're just not seeing any huge gains to the upside. And it's because of that weekly upper Bollinger Band resistance, in my opinion. So we're going to have to see a volume spike in order for a big bull move. But other than that, support is 485, 485 to keep the bulls their strongest, and just not seeing a ton of conviction up towards that 500 level, but certainly the bulls are in control, just slow and steady at this point. Netflix on the daily time frame. Need to pull it up. That's the weekly. So Netflix on the daily time frame the past 2 days has been seeing a break in the correlation of the tech sector, where the tech sector has been on fire, and we're consolidating here, and we closed at the low of the day. So I'm looking at support of 158.51. We're coming off the all-time high. This is normal, healthy consolidation, and that will only change if we lose the exponential support on the daily time frame. So we've been holding this 4-period exponential support for weeks and weeks, and we did close just below it today. So if we break the low of today tomorrow, 159.33, we are going to be looking down into the 158, 157 level for supports, as we are starting to see some bearish action. If we see the tech sector and the market begin to consolidate, Netflix will be one of the first names we look to for some short-term downside action, because it is already showing us this weakness when many other names are showing their strength still. So if we were to see the market pull back, it's already almost a head start to the downside for these bears, and that close at the low of the day indicates weakness and momentum to the downside. So we're looking at 158.51, 157.55. Weekly time frame bearish reversal candlestick, and if we close below 159.44 by the end of Friday, we lose the upper Bollinger Band of support, and after a big 3-week bull break, we need to see where we might be in for some normal healthy consolidation if we start to see further signals on the daily. So I appreciate you watching. We'll check back in tomorrow and see how it all plays out. Have a great night.